nyo tong article na to. Sabi po nung dating secretary ng Presidential Advisor on Political Affairs, hold the Chinadors accountable. So, as far as he is concerned, anyone who did not sign the resolution is pro-China. I dare ask, do you agree, Your Honor?
I do not agree. In fact, I manifested when we sponsored the measure that the final determination of whether you are for or against the resolution is not in the being an introducer, but in voting whether for or against the resolution, which comes after.
Thank you for that, Mr. President, with a little bit of modification. Because if the resolution was like the resolutions in the 19th Congress, that was explicit on the Philippine official stand, then we will be unanimous. But the resolution is on statements, not on our stand. That's where, personal ko to, this is not the whole minority. Yun ang gusto kong linawin. Ang resolution na to ay tungkol sa sagutan ng mga opisyal ng Pilipinas at ng top diplomat na nandito sa Pilipinas ng China. As far as I'm concerned, hindi to tungkol sa stand natin. But this is the incredible thing, Mr. President. I remember the time that I hanged out a lot with Senator Lacson. Doon ko natutunan na sa House kasi wala or iba yung terminology. Sa Senate meron OB, official business. So kung may session tayo, pero let's say may international conference, OB ka, official business, di ba? Or we don't allow hearings na kasabay nung plenary, but if there was something in Malacanang, between the House, the Senate, or the Judiciary, the Senate, Malacanang, pwede ka magpa-OB. But there is another kind of OB, yung opportunistang balimbing. No? What do I mean by that? May I ask, Mr. President, honored gentleman, are you familiar with the stand of Secretary Llamas regarding the West Philippine Sea? It's okay if you're not. I'm just wondering if you're familiar.
I'm not familiar, Mr. President.
Today, he's one of the most ardent voices, the most firm voice about confronting China. At yung hindi mag-confront sa China ay Chinador or pro-China. That's a funny thing because before the arbitral ruling was filed, he sought me out. Sabi niya, Alan, mali approach ni Pinoy. Dapat kinakausap ang mga Chinese. Kung gusto mo, i-set up ko yung meeting between you and the Chinese ambassador. And he did. And then sabi niya sa akin, Alan, ang Chinese may ibang kultura. Kakausapin mo yan bilateral. Hindi pwedeng multilateral. Isasama natin ang kano, mapapahamak tayo. He told me that. He met me after the meeting with the Chinese ambassador. This was during the time of President Pinoy. I think in the arbitral award, if I'm not mistaken, Senator, you were still in the Senate, no? You were in the cabinet yet, eh?
No, I was no longer.
You were already... Yung award...
2016.
No, we filed the
award was
2012 yung standoff, eh.
Yes.
So you were still in the Senate, no?
Yes, the first 3 years of my third term.
Yes. So I was minority leader noon. So by virtue of that, I was in the National Security Council. And Ronald Llamas were looking for anyone and everyone who would listen to him to talk to whoever to convince President Pinoy not to file the arbitral case, not to go, and to have bilateral talks. So let me just mention, Mr. President, that what is seen in public, in Facebook, in vlogs, is very, very far from what is discussed in the halls of power and between professionals. I mean, here in Senate, we know where we disagree, we know where we will agree, di ba? So for example, if you talk about divorce, we will know who is pro and anti. So yung pro, gusto niyang mapasa yung batas na pwede ng divorce. Yung anti, ayaw. Meron namang pro-divorce, pero ayaw na no-fault divorce. Ibig sabihin, kailangan may grounds. So, masalimuot ang issues. No? Anong point ko doon, Mr. Chairman, Mr. President, dear Senator Pangilinan? A issue this complex, we should simplify so that people, especially students, would know that, we shouldn't be, dapat walang divide and rule, dapat hindi tayo magpabaya, dapat always tayo on guard. But is it productive na just because you don't agree on a certain point, siya pro-China, ikaw, di ba? So let me ask you this question. Can you be pro-Philippines without being anti-China?
Well, that's a general proposition, so I will have to answer with a qualification, Mr. President.
That's okay, Mr. President.
Yes.
Ito naman, opinion lang naman natin dalawa.
It'll be difficult to be out and out pro-China, especially when it comes to policies that affect our national interests. So I will have to qualify that you can be pro-Philippines without being anti-China as a general proposition, but when a conflict arises, obviously, between China's interests and ours, then clearly we stand by the national interest.
So, meaning, Mr. President, it's like watching a basketball game between the Philippines and China. I'm pro-Philippines, and then in the game, of course, I will cheer for the Philippines, but I don't hate China. Di ba? Pero dun sa specific interest natin, so for example, if I have to negotiate a trade deal, I will be pro-Philippines. Di ba? Now, if it can be a win-win, why not? No? So ang point ko lang, Mr. President, unlike electoral politics, which is a zero-sum game, meaning if Senator Villanueva runs for mayor of Taguig and I run for mayor of Taguig, only one will win. But in diplomacy, it's not a zero-sum game. Diba? It's a continuous dialogue, continuous communication, and there are times that we shout at each other. There's time that you hate the situation. So I'm not even talking about being pro-China. So what I'm saying is that we deal with our problems with Vietnam, but we're pro-Philippines, but we're not anti-Vietnam.
Nabanggit ni ginoong minority leader yung basketball. In fact, ako may halimbawa, last Tuesday nung matapos yung aming balitaktakan ni Senator Marcoleta, yung nag-dinner kami sa Chinese restaurant. Hindi ng mga kasamahan ko. So ibig sabihin, kahit na ba tayo ay naninindigan at hindi tayo sumasang-ayon sa naging patakaran o yung mga bitiw na salita ng gobyerno ng China, paborito ko pa rin ang Chinese food.
Yes.